Okay, this is my favorite breakfast sandwich of all time, possibly my favorite sandwich of all time here in Portland. It's called the Yoko Ono. We're gonna try to deconstruct this and make this at home because it's very simple to make, I think. So, here we go. Here we are in the tiny kitchen. That was our first ever on location video from Fried Egg I'm in Love food cart. What we're gonna do, you saw that delicious sandwich I had in my hand and I bit into it and I was just like in love. Well, that's what we're gonna try to do today in the tiny kitchen. So very easy, but yet somehow difficult. We're going to do sourdough bread, fried egg, sausage patty, homemade pesto, and Parmesan cheese. All right, so every episode we usually have some sort of cocktail or drink. Today we're gonna make a Bellini cocktail. Very simple, it's basically like a mimosa, only with peach nectar. So we're just going to fill our champagne flute up with, I don't know, a third of the nectar, and then the rest Prosecco. So that is a very simple breakfast cocktail. Bellissimo Bellini. So the reason why I decided to make this today is because I love this sandwich so much and I wanted to try to recreate it so you can create it at home because it's so good and it's so simple. Lovely. We're actually having breakfast for dinner tonight. And again, this sandwich is very special to my heart because when I first tasted it years ago, it seemed so simple. I was looking at it, deconstructing it, taking it apart, trying to figure out what was on it, and trying to make it at home several different times. I think I finally cracked the code. So basically, Fried Egg I'm in Love food cart, they have a very clever way of marketing their sandwiches. They name their sandwiches, as I mentioned before, Yoko Ono, or Egg Zeppelin, haha, or Sriracha Mix-a-Lot. So they're all rock and roll related names. Step one, heat your skillet. You remember my lovely iron skillet? Heat that to about medium. All right, step two, melted butter. I actually peered into their food cart to see how they did that. I wasn't sure if it was oil, butter. Apparently it's melted butter. So we're gonna brush melted butter onto our sourdough. I don't think we need too much. Okay. On both sides of the bread. Step three, pesto. So this is what I feel ties the entire sandwich together. Homemade pesto sauce. So basically what goes into that is garlic, walnuts. Walnuts is actually an inexpensive, delicious substitute for what is usually pine nuts. Then basil, Parmesan, olive oil, salt and pepper. Pulse all that up and you have this delicious sauce. Okay, step four. What they do is put like hand-pressed breakfast sausage or Italian sausage, whatever sausage you have on hand. So this is kind of a trick that I'm just making up right now at home, is basically covering a saucepan about this size that you can fit into your saute pan. So basically what we're going to do is take our sausage patty, and then we're going to take this foil-lined saucepan And we're going to smash that baby down. Okay. So it's a little thin patty there. See that? Now we're going to let that sear into some crusty brown edges, and then we're going to flip it. Once we smashed our patty down and it's searing on there, the temperature that we originally want to have it at is about medium. Enough to sear that patty. Our sausage patty cooking over here. You've got a separate pan over here. We're going to use a little bit of butter. That's probably too much, but you can never have too much butter. And we're going to fry our egg over here. Okay? And we're just going to drop our egg. And then we're going to cover that just for a minute or so. Keep an eye on that. Okay, so the fried egg, everybody has a different way of cooking fried eggs. I basically use a little bit of butter, maybe a little less than medium, and then I cover it to cook the top of the fried egg. All right, next step, remember we have our bread, pesto, butter. We're going to put that in our hot pan, basically like a grilled cheese. And we got our egg cooking right there. I'm going to give it just a little touch of salt and pepper. And we have our magic egg dust directly from the food cart. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit of that onto our egg. And okay, next step, a little bit of Parmesan on here. It could be shredded Parmesan. I have a block of Parmesan. I'm just going to shave that onto our sandwich. That's going to kind of bind everything together. You can use shredded parm, grated parm, whatever you want. All right, we're getting sausage patty. And then we're going to get our egg onto the sausage patty. This is the most difficult part right here. Okay? And then we're going to check under the hood here. I think it's got just a little bit more to go to toast the bread. All right, so last, we've got all our ingredients here. Basically, you want to check under here. It looks like it's toasted. So we're just going to gently flip it onto the sandwich there, and then we're going to get it out of the hot pan, turn our heat off for safety, and we're going to bring this baby over to our cutting board. We're going to let that cool off. Okay, so here we are, our finished sandwich. We're going to cut into it, and if we made it correctly, we're going to see the egg just kind of ooze out. Oh, look at that. Yes. So the egg yolk kind of creates its own sauce. And I'm going to go right in for this. Long. Oh my God, you guys, after years of attempts, I think I finally nailed it. Check it out. Excellent. First ever on location video ever. So
Fun.
So basically, what I wanted to do. So once we.
It's fine. Go.
Once we.